Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy, who is Endo, and we back talking sports. So today we got a Kobe video. Kobe Bryant, the most disrespected legend, which I believe is true, especially since he passed. We got a lot of revisionist history, a lot of lying going on, a lot of people thinking they was on Kobe level when they were never on Kobe level. A lot of people talking shit about Kobe who was never saying none of that shit when he was here. So today we're going to do a three-part. I'm gonna break this up into three parts. This is part one. Kobe Bryant, the most disrespected legend.
I'm not letting people revise history. I'm not letting people come on and talk about Kobe like Kobe wasn't one of the best. That not only.
Shout out to Kyrie, part of the Mamba tree, part of the Mamba mentality crew. He always stick up for Kobe. He don't let. I won't let anybody disrespect Kobe. Anybody. I pulled up on Chill Town for Kobe. I pull up on anybody. This is a PSA. Anybody that want to debate about Kobe Bryant and him not being one of the five greatest players of all time, or him not being better than LeBron, we can do it. You can come on my channel. I can go on your channel. I'm ready, bro. 2026, I'm not having it, bro. So y'all can send my channel to any LeBron fan, any Larry Bird fan, any Magic fan, any one of them, especially the LeBron fans. Anybody that want to debate it, Tim Duncan, holla at me. I want the smoke.
Played, but that came in as a 17-year-old against grown men. I'm talking to y'all at home, the fucking media talking heads, the ones that casually throw names around like, bro, if you don't knock it off, you weren't like that. He's not able to sit in front of us and give us the takes or give us the, how he feels about his own takes. But bro, can we just be honest at this point? This man Kobe had one MVP. Why do you think that is? It maybe because we're missing out the context that there was a span of time where nobody really fucked with him. Right? I don't give a fuck who.
And look what they doing to Kyrie. Look what they did to Kyrie. They took him off the top 75, suspended him because he didn't want to take that bullshit vaccine. Look how they rate him on the top 100. It's not 30 players better than Kyrie in the league, talent-wise. It ain't 30 players I would take over Kyrie in the playoffs. I know he shit the bed in the finals. I know he did. He shit the bed in the finals. But the fact that Luka was able to get to the finals with Kyrie should let you know something.
The GOAT is, but y'all not about to just sit here and just disrespect basketball. There was a time not long ago when the name Kobe Bryant struck fear, admiration, and awe in equal measure. He was the villain in your favorite player's story, the hero in his own, and the measuring stick for greatness. But somehow over the years, that image has started to fade. Not for those who watched him, but for those who only heard about him. In today's basketball discourse,
listen to what he said. Not for those who watched him in real time, those who heard about him. Half of you niggas is talking about Kobe. You saw Kobe 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. This is another thing. You dudes out here keep talking about, oh, they went 17 and 65 with Kobe. Kobe played 6 games in 2014 or 35 games in 6 games. Either way it go, he played 40 games between 2014 and 2016. The 2014 season and the 2015 season, he played 40 games. That means out of 164 games, he played 40. Come on, bro. So the last time that Kobe was fully healthy was 2013. And they made the playoffs. And who did they lose to? The Spurs. Kobe destroys the Spurs. Let's keep it
Kobe's name
going.
is often reduced to a footnote. His accomplishments are dissected with skepticism, his flaws magnified, while his brilliance is conveniently forgotten. And for many who lived through the Mamba era, that's not just revisionist history. It's disrespectful. But how did this happen? How did one of the greatest players of all time become one of the most misunderstood? To understand, we have to go back to where it all began. Long before the championships, the 81-point game, or the nickname the Black Mamba. We have to go back to Lower Merion High School, just outside of Philadelphia, where a skinny, driven, 17-year-old kid was already preparing to take.
I want to revise. The reason why I said Coop is the best rookie since MJ is because Kobe was suppressed. Kobe was better than Coop at 17, 18. But he was suppressed. He never got to get on the floor. Dale Harris hated Kobe. He didn't. His first 2 years, he didn't even want to play Kobe. Every time Kobe would make a superstar play or a flashy play, he would take him out. So it was different in the 90s than the 2000s. By then, they understood that it was a lot of high school talent. You feel me? Kevin Garnett, Kobe, Jermaine O'Neal, them niggas opened the door for niggas like LeBron. You feel me? So that is the reason I said that.
Take on the world.
My name is Kobe Bryant. I'm 17 years old, and I've been lucky enough to live not only in different parts of the United States, but Europe as well. Unfortunately, because of the lack of communication with my peers, I wasn't invited to parties or friendly gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. And I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
It was,
because
Kobe.
during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be.
Kobe wasn't just some gifted athlete. He was obsessed.
Kobe maxed himself out. Kobe is the epitome of maxing yourself out, bro.
He didn't just want to play in the NBA. He wanted to dominate it. He spoke multiple languages, studied Michael Jordan religiously, and played with the maturity of a pro. He broke Pennsylvania State scoring records. He led a struggling high school team to the state title. And yet there were doubters. He was too young, too skinny, too confident, too bold. But Kobe already knew who he was.
Yep.
He wasn't afraid of the lights. He wanted them.
This is the thing with Kobe. At 17, Kobe knew that he wanted to be the greatest basketball player ever. He revered Michael Jordan. But Kobe was a student of the game. See, unlike LeBron James, Kobe didn't disrespect the past eras. He understood the difference of the past eras. He understood the Bill Russells. He understood the Will Chamberlains, the Michael Jordans, the Larry Birds, the Magic Johnsons, the Moses Malones, Dominique Wilkins, the Isaiah Thomases. He understood that era, and he studied that era. Kobe was a master of basketball, bro. Mentally, basketball IQ-wise, and on the court. There's not a more skilled player I've ever seen in basketball. It's not a more skilled player, bro. Defensively, skill. Bro, I just don't think people understand, bro, how great Kobe was and the lies that come out of people's mouth on TV.
He believed in the work. He believed in himself. He wasn't just chasing a dream. He was chasing greatness, and he never looked back.
I, Kobe Bryant, have decided to take my talent to I have decided to skip college and take my talent to the NBA.
If Kobe went to college, he would have been a fucking monster too. That's where LeBron got that shit from. I decided to take my talents to South Beach. Trying to copy Kobe, bro.
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
Every place that he worked out, nothing but rage.
Jerry West told me today that greatness lies ahead for this young man.
This is a step up from high school, and I understand that. So therefore, every time.
See, it's a step up from high school, and I understand that. Jerry West said greatness lies for this young man. Jerry West is the greatest, bro. Do you realize Jerry West is the greatest for looking at talent? He discovered Kobe Bryant. He got the Charlotte Hornets to draft Kobe Bryant, bro.
Time I step on a basketball court, I'm going to put a strong effort out there on the floor.
I'm going to stop pausing.
I'm not going to leave anything on the floor.
Let's go down now to Peter Vesey. Peter, what's up?
Ernie, sources have told me that the Charlotte Hornets have traded Kobe Bryant to the Lakers.
I used to watch Magic Johnson bring the ball up the court, and I used to envision myself, in the hallways at the house, knocking down lamps and, creating all kinds of chaos in the house, and thinking that I'm Magic Johnson. And it's just like a dream come true.
A lot of highly touted players after entering the NBA usually figure things out within the first 2 to 3 years. Some of the best tend to get things rolling during their rookie seasons. But with Kobe, it was different. While comparisons to Michael Jordan were already being made, he didn't get the chance to truly showcase his talent. He wasn't just a kid with hype. He was a kid with a target, the youngest player in the league, a flashy teenager trying to carve out a role on a veteran team. And the spotlight didn't always feel welcoming. With Shaquille O'Neal firmly established as the team's leader and Kobe seen as a young player with promise, he didn't get much playing time in his rookie year. He had to fight for every minute on the floor. And even when he got them,
Exactly. LeBron and MJ didn't have to do that, bro. He fighting against Eddie George. He on the team with Shaq when Shaq was literally in his prime, bro. Entering his prime. Like, he was on an established team, bro.
had to do everything in his power just to prove he belonged. But the real test came soon after.
From the playoffs, and here we go. I see a calm in LA that
I'm sorry, this hurts my soul every time I watch it.
is good for them. They feel confident in this position. This is a tough matchup. Kobe Bryant will take it. An 18-year-old rookie. Short. An excellent thought about a three. Maneuvers by Stockton. Feeds to a wide open Kobe Bryant. We'll see how strong-minded he is, because that hurts confidence both in Kobe and his teammates scoring the ball. He has shot 10 balls in a row.
But this is where you knew Kobe wasn't afraid to take the shot. A rookie, 18, 19-year-old rookie, 18-year-old rookie, taking the biggest shots. And he failed. Kobe learned from that. And Shaq, I got to give credit to Shaq. He said, they laughing at you now, but soon they'll fear you. So shout out to Shaq, man. Shaq and Kobe had their differences, but when Kobe passed, I love how Shaq always always throw Kobe's name. Like, hey, don't forget about my mans. Don't forget, hey, what about Mamba?
Bryant for the tie. Higher overtime. Nixon with it. Overtime will inbound.
Fans mocked him, media critics laughed, and teammates were unsure if he was ready. But that night didn't break Kobe. It hardened him. Because that version of Kobe, the one who airballed those shots, didn't run from the moment. And that's what separated him from every other young player. It all started right there. That was the Mamba being born. That same fearless mentality showed up when he played against the greatest to ever do it, Michael Jordan. Most young players backed down, but Kobe attacked. He wasn't afraid. He talked trash. He asked questions. He tried to outwork the GOAT in real time. Even Jordan himself took notice. That moment changed the perception. This wasn't just some confident kid. This was a torchbearer. The league started seeing it, coaches saw it, players saw it, and eventually Jordan saw it too. And even said later in interviews, if anyone deserves to be compared to me, it's Kobe. He'd soon grow into the player. If anyone deserves to be compared to me.
You see that shit? Do you see that, LeBron fans? You see that shit, media? You see that shit, huh? If anybody deserves to get compared to me, it's Kobe. Ain't nothing else to be talked about, bro. Ain't nothing else to be talked about. When you see this video, share this video everywhere. If y'all don't share this video, I'm shutting my channel down. If this video don't get at least 50 likes, I'm shutting my channel down, bro. If you don't get 24 or more likes for Kobe, I'm shutting this channel down, bro. I'm not playing. Kobe deserves his respect. If anybody deserves to be compared to Kobe, compared to me, it's Kobe. If this video don't get at least 24 likes for Kobe, I'm shutting this channel down. No more videos, bro. I put in work.
It's Kobe. He'd soon grow into the player the league would fear the most, because failure didn't shake his confidence, it sharpened it. And not long after, the Lakers would go on to become one of the greatest dynasties of all time.
It's hilarious. The revisionist history.
Timeouts left. The Lakers have 2. Bryant to shot.
The most famous lob ever. The most famous lob ever. That's when he dropped 48 and 16 on them. 48 and 16. Doing this at 21, 22. Stop.
Kobe going to work. 2.
Kobe is one of the most underrated passers in NBA history. People got this clouded mind that Kobe wasn't a great passer, or that just Kobe didn't pass at all. Kobe had his selfish moments. I'm a Kobe fan, I can admit that. But when Kobe wanted to dish that, people forget that on that 3-peat run, Kobe led them in assists every one of those runs. They didn't have a traditional, really, floor general. I mean, you got Derek Fisher, but Kobe was a better facilitator than Derek Fisher. They just showed you. Look at what Kobe threw the lob to Shaq. How you think Shaq was getting a lot of them points? I mean, you had other players that was, like I said, you had Derek Fisher, Bryant Shaw, and players like that, but Kobe was the unofficial point guard of that team, bro. I watched all 3 of the... I was a Kobe stan during those times. So I watched every last one of those playoff runs.
And Van Horn. Now, you got to get this thing from Curry too. You have to be in the series.
Bryant giving it up. Holding up.
Unstoppable. To me, this is the greatest duo ever. Respect to Michael Jordan and Scottie, but individually, Scottie was nowhere near MJ level. Nowhere near. These 2 dudes, bro, individually and then together, they top 10 individually. Together, if they would have stayed together as long as Michael and Scottie did, they would have won more titles, I believe. I believe they would have won 7. If they would have stayed together, and Shaq and Kobe and they could have learned to get along, and Shaq could have made sure he was in shape, and Kobe could have made sure that, you know what I'm saying, he could be more of a leader. I'm telling you, they could have won 7 titles. Nobody was stopping them except for my Detroit Pistons. Except for my Detroit Pistons, you know what I'm saying? But I think they would have probably beat us. They could have, you know what I'm saying? I think it would have been like some rivalry shit. But I think they could have won 7 titles. Like, it would have been, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at Duncan and them. You know what I'm saying? Look at Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu, and them. They end up winning 5. You telling me that Shaq and Kobe won 3 in 4 years. You telling me the way that Kobe was balling in 06, imagine if Shaq was still on the team with Kobe doing what he did in 06, 07, 08 Kobe, 09 Kobe, 2000. Man, stop it.
Walker, the ball into Shaq. He's going.
Oh, slam. Rotation.
Unstoppable.
Buckle up for Kobe.
He just sucked the gravity.
Champion, and we have a worthy one. They are potentially a team for the ages as they get better before our very eyes.
Sure, they had their differences. As individuals, they clashed. There were public feuds and private tensions, but when it mattered, they delivered. And while Shaq was the dominant fouls performer, at no point was Kobe Bryant just a side.
The biggest lie in sports history. Kobe was never a sidekick, bro. Even 2000s, year one. He had moments where he had to be the number one. In Game 7, where he threw that lob to him, in Game 7 versus Portland, Arvydas Sabonis was locking up Shaq. Kobe led them in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. He led them in every category. If Kobe don't do that, ain't no dynasty, bro. They don't ever get to the finals to face Indiana. People forget that, but a channel like this, who is Hendo, please like, share, subscribe. I'ma tell you, you're not gonna get this nowhere else.
Sidekick or second fiddle. And in many ways, the driving force during stretches when the team needed saving. But if there's one thing that's certain, neither of them would win without the other. But like all dynasties, however, it couldn't last forever. And in 2004, it came crashing down when the Pistons defeated the Lakers in 5.
Yeah. You know the story. I was sad my boy Kobe lost, but you already know me. It's Detroit versus everybody. It's my favorite team all time. You already know. But this year's team is creeping up on y'all, man.
Games. That series marked the first time many believed Kobe was the reason they lost. His desire to be the number one option was obvious, and Detroit exploited that. And because of that, because of him wanting to be the guy so much, Phil Jackson left the team, and he was stepping away from coaching entirely. And Shaq, his best teammate, and the other half of this dynasty, was traded to the Miami Heat.
I think it ended up the way it was supposed to. Kobe would have never reached who he ended up becoming with Shaq on the team, though. As much, I know what I just said, like if they would have stayed together, they could have won 6 or 7 titles, but in the end, what ended up happening is probably what was best. Like I said, because Kobe would have never reached who he was or end up becoming with Shaq on the team. It would have always been, but Shaq was there, but Shaq. So I was actually low-key happy, you know what I'm saying? Now, the first couple years, Kobe was just carrying these niggas, and I was just like, man, please get my boy some help.
His relationships with both men were severed, but with Shaq, it hurt the most.
What had been rumored for weeks became a reality in about a span of 23 hours and 58 minutes. Shaq traded to the Heat, Kobe re-ups with the Lakers. Colleen Dominguez had a long chat with Big Fella, Jim Gray, a rap session with Kobe. Drama.
I think if he did the little things, he'd be the greatest player to ever play the game. But he's a great player.
What are the little things?
Make everybody else better. He'll be the greatest player ever. Better than Mike.
I mean, Shaq was right, though. Shaq was right. And Kobe ended up doing that. He ended up learning. In the instance, I believe they both was right about each other. I believe Shaq was right about Kobe. Kobe was right about Shaq. Shaq only wanted, like, the best for each other, bro. I feel like Shaq got content and lazy and didn't want to get in shape. And Kobe was selfish. You know what I'm saying? He had to learn how to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up doing that.
Better than Shaq, better than Duncan, be the greatest player ever.
And I think Shaq ended up learning from that experience with Kobe and applying that to D Wade and letting D Wade be the, you know what I'm saying, sprout and be what he was supposed to be. And